Look, welcome back to Scars from the Playground. Wack 100 says, Young Jeezy most definitely, snitched on Big Meats. Let's get into the content, fam, because I wasn't really giving this no light, but you gotta understand, fam, when you're not involved in a situation, you don't really know as much as you think. So, you know what? It's time to get informed. Jeezy, what's happening? Let's get into the content, fam.
As long as we're talking about street shit, which is what we tend to talk about on here, what about Jeezy? This is probably one of the most creative ways that I've ever seen somebody get exposed for ratting. If a retired FBI agent made a TikTok saying that he believes that Jeezy told.
He said he believes?
Well, he believes it because he said that at one point. Why do you ask me a question then talk? He said that at one point that they had a pretty rock solid open and shut case against Jeezy for basically putting up the bounty on Gucci Mane that led to a man dying, which makes perfect sense to me. I always wondered how the fuck nobody ever got busted for that, right? Well, and this guy said that then the FBI started working with Jeezy, allegedly, and then the case never came, and that his belief was that Jeezy basically told on BMF, and Blue Da Vinci basically believes this as well. Blue Da Vinci has interview clips out where he talks about how at a certain point it was like night and day that Jeezy just immediately ceased to have anything to do with BMF.
Blue Da Vinci's already spoke on this. He showed it to me himself. It's crazy you bring him up because I was thinking about, me and Blue used to be real close. We was real close.
Okay.
Till we bumped heads, and I really wish that wouldn't have happened. Out of all the people I was close with that I don't talk to no more, Blue's probably the one that I kind of like regret the most. I didn't do anything wrong. Just what he asked of me kind of was like, it rubbed me real wrong, made me feel like he was against me the whole time. I might have overthought that, but this has already been spoke on. Flacco takes it, wakes it back up. I knew he was up to something because he started texting me, asking me questions about it. I didn't realize what he was doing.
But did you see the TikTok that the guy made?
I seen the detective. And I'm going to be real, another situation where everybody knew what was going on, but it didn't matter. Selective politicking. And where Jeezy is right now, he's not really running around dropping albums and running across stages. He
just dropped the album.
He's doing other business though.
He just dropped the album with DJ Drama, I think.
He's not really. He don't give a damn about that.
Well, he just put a project out.
Man, that dude got a liquor line and he got other things going on. You gonna catch Jeezy in a suit and tie.
So if you rat and you get away with it for 20 years, you're pretty much good.
These days, it don't matter amongst black people. If you Hispanic, they gonna knock your ass down.
Really?
That's a fact.
You feel like they take it more serious at this point in time?
The Hispanic culture definitely handles things way more serious than the black culture.
But also, like, we're talking about, like, black entertainers and then, like, Spanish gang members, right? Because, like, I feel like,
but these dudes are gang members
if Fat
too.
Joe ratted 20 years ago and it comes out, I feel like it's going to have a very negative impact on his career.
No, I don't think so.
But I also feel like Jeezy is so old and so past the joint stage of his career that it's like
nobody cares.
What are you gonna do? I mean, now maybe there are certain artists that wouldn't f with him, like younger artists that he maybe would want to go get a feature from. But I don't know. I feel like this is going to be forgotten in 6 months.
A lot of these, but okay, when you think about it, I hate to say it, but majority of the younger artists is telling any goddamn way. It's shit coming out on them left and right. So I don't think nobody's keeping count.
But who are the artists that have...
Look, I'm not saying I believe everything Wack 100 say. Nah, that's not the type of nigga I am. You know what I mean? But I can tell you, when he said with such conviction, I gotta believe him. What really got me, bro, when he say everybody knew it, they just refused to say anything. They was selective politicking. Bro, when you use the right words, you reach the right people. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Jeezy, wherever the fuck y'all, wherever y'all, you a sneaky bastard. You are a sneaky bastard. Why? Because for 20 years, You pull the wool over a nigga eyes. But I mean, with Jeezy, the music was so relatable. So you wanted to believe it. You know what I mean? You wanted to believe it. In 2025, you recognizing all these people are just actors. Most of them are not who we thought they were when we were kids. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. That's what really gets me, bro. That's what really gets me. When you grow up, you realize, man, all these niggas are characters. Jeezy, not saying I believe everything Wack 100 says, but Wack 100 is the police. And officially. No, he's not actually on payroll, but he's unofficially on payroll. He's been deputized in Los Angeles. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Wack 100, he got stretch. He got reach. You know what I mean? That's a better word. No Diddy. He got reach, bro, with government entities, and he could take you down if you fuck with him. You know what I mean? He selected politic too. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But look here. Jeezy, I'm starting to believe it. Now, I heard the story. Everybody say the same thing. Southwest T, phone was tapped. Southwest T, moved to California, got sloppy. We all know the story, but I'm starting to think that's only a part of it. Real shit. It's easy to say the cop that made the TikTok, he wasn't no really FBI. Man, that man ain't lying. Yeah, that man ain't lying. Why ain't Jeezy got no trouble? Ever. You know what I mean? People don't know the story. Look, shout out Blue Da Vinci. He been telling people about Jeezy for years. I just assumed Jeezy never wanted to be drug dealing and shit anyway. You know, just be honest. They found the man sleeping in his car in the Magic City parking lot. If the stories are true, they found him and inducted him into the game. You know what I mean? Got him in BMF. Same thing, and I'm starting to believe that story because same thing Chopper say happened to him. They got Chopper when he was 14 years old for making a band. Chopper from, if you don't know, a lot of people know, MTV making a band with Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs. I know you think he's a disgusting bastard right now, so you don't want to think about him. But look here, Chopper, when he got off the bus, Greyhound, 14 years old, Meech fucked with him. You know what I mean? Meech brought him in the club, gave him $4,000 to throw, all this other type of shit. Look, that's what he do. That's what they do, bro. Pieces of shit. Sorry, Big Meech, you know what I mean? Because I hate to go at Big Meech, but I got to let you know, bro, anybody that's selling that poison and pushing that shit to kids and, I'm trying to get you on the team. Bro, you're talking to kids to get them to sell drugs for you because you know they could fly under the radar. That's not cool, fam. That makes you a piece of shit. Not to mention you already said it. Sold money sold to the devil. The price is cheap. You know it's cold on this level. It's twice as deep. It's 2 o'clock and I'm about to hit the streets until I knock off this ride. Go and get the heat. Man, you've already made your pledge to Satan, to Lucifer, to the Luciferian governments. Man, yeah, he's a piece of shit. And this wasn't what this is about. You know what I mean? Wack 100 confirms Young Jeezy snitched on Big Meech. Well, look, bro, if you tell on the devil, is it really a wrong thing? You know, just be honest, let's just be real. But you gotta call a spade, bro. It ain't like he snitched on a fucking angel, you know? I'm sorry, bro. Squads from the playground. Shout out Young Jeezy. Jeezy got a 101-piece orchestra going on tour with him. You know what I mean? Man, Jeezy can't be stopped. Like he said, Wack 100 said the best, dude. In 2025, nobody gives a fuck about all that ratting. But if you were fucking with the Hispanics, yeah. They'll put you in a barrel with some acid and make your ass disappear. You know what I mean? All they gotta do is get have a little inkling that you're ratting. And bro, your whole family, it's just how it go. It's just how it go with the cartel. You know what I mean? It's just how it go. If you go to county jail and you in the cartel, nigga, you trying to get out that motherfucker, because every minute you're in jail, your family is susceptible to being, and we're talking about the whole family, kids, women, grandmas, they take everybody. And the Macons do not play. Drop it in the comments, man. You ain't, no names. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clipper. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, Charleston White speaks on the rise of Wack 100. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like Wack 100, but you gonna learn. You gonna learn to respect him. You know? Let's get into the content, fam.
To build or just bully?
He don't have no ties to the streets. He has ties to the industry because he's trying to play bully. And they think he has ties to the streets because he talk loud with a deep voice. But he ain't been known to hurt nobody. So he can't bully nobody. And he's never been seen outside on camera in public with a bunch of the industry people tied to the streets. He bullied people on Clubhouse. He bullied people on Adam 22 in interviews by over talking on the microphone. But a presence in the streets as a bully, he's obsolete and invincible. Nobody don't even see him as that.
Do you think Wack 100 actually help artists, or he just benefit from their drama?
Who have he been known to help? He say he put the Kodak Black and 6ix9ine thing together. You know, he say, you know, he managed Blueface, but you don't see Blueface performing shows. If it wasn't for Krishan, Blueface wouldn't have a Zeus deal. They trauma in domestic violence abuse together is appeasing and appealing. But if you separate them two, they ain't as thrilling and appealing for the public. Now I don't know who do he help? Who have he helped? Everybody, I don't know who he helped. I don't know what he known for, other than on Pyru. You don't know what he known for, huh? And he know everybody business, and don't know nobody. Cause he talk like he know me, homie. Don't know nothing about me. He don't know nobody I know. Don't know nobody or nothing. This what get me about them. Have you noticed ain't nobody ever showed my arrest record? They showed everybody arrest record. They have, nigga, I won't know, they won't show my criminal record or nothing, cause I ain't got now. I ain't been in no major trouble to have to tell, to want to tell. I ain't faced no long time in prison. I've been playing daddy from 25 years, nigga. I've been playing daddy, you know, and trying to play pimp on the side, you know. Nigga, I've been trying to play dad and walk the fence at night trying to play pimp.
What's one thing about Wack 100 you respect, even if you don't rock with him?
He's a savvy hip-hop businessman. He's a savvy hip-hop businessman that can get you to the door and possibly to a table to sit down, but he can't walk you through. I respect him because he's a critical thinker. That's how he play everybody. That's how he can play everybody against each other. That's a trait that you learn in the juvenile system. So he a boys' home baby like me. Yeah, he grew up in the boys' home just like me. So during our era, because he and I are the same age. Wack 100 is one of those kids. So that's why if you put him in any environment, he's a manipulator because he has the skills to manipulate. That's why there's no environment you can put me in with my age group that I won't excel because of my training and thinking.
Look, Wack, tree finger Wack, Mr. Face down, ass up Wack, what Brick Baby like to refer to him as. He's an actor, fam. He's an actor. He ain't never really got in no trouble. since the 80s. And he tell you that, you know what I mean? He on Squabble. He got in a fight with Stitches. That's probably the last time he actually swung his fist. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He's not a squabbler. That's not what he do. He is an on-air personality. You know what I mean? That's what he is, fam. He doesn't have that much street time. You gotta understand, bro, nobody really knew Wack 100 like that. You know, about his managerial skills or none of that. I can't take away from him. Why? The game respect him. When a lot of people talk about him being a cop, they don't associate that with the game being a gangster. You know what I mean? The game still fucks with him. He obviously has some type of pull, fam. He's not just connected. He's the police, fam. Wack 100 is, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. No, you ain't no cop. You a sellout. Wack 100 is Jay Reed. That's a Jay Reed type nigga. A nigga that you could never trust. But why would you trust him? You don't know him. This is about money. That's what you don't understand, bro. Content creating, it's about money. Money, you know what I mean? This is the new drug game, bro. Wack 100 got in the game and did exactly what he was supposed to do. Make something out of nothing. Yeah, that's what he did, fam. Make something out of nothing. On top of that, he's the police. Hip-hop, some people like to call him the hip-hop police. He's definitely that. But he got some real ties to law enforcement. He's been deputized, nigga. Drop it in the comments. As far as Charleston White, ain't nobody ever thought Charleston White had no long, heavy jacket. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He just started acting gangster once he started getting a little attention. And I can't say it's not justified, fam. Everybody was coming at him. That's why I respect Charleston. Oh, chicken shit Charleston White. That's why I respect him. I talk about him. I talk about everybody. I don't like anybody, bro. But I like them all. You know what I mean? Don't like him, like him. Same breath, I can tell you both comments. But look here, bro. That's why I respect about old chicken shit Charlie White. He was able to ditch everybody, and he's still walking. He's like a Danny Hernandez type nigga, 6'9". He's like that type nigga, yeah. Wasn't shit before he started talking, but he found his way, bro. In this universe, it ain't about what you do to get there and how you do it. It's only about you getting there. You know what I mean? People can judge you later. They could judge you from the couch of their highs while you laughing to the bank. That don't really matter, bro. That don't really matter. How you get to that bag is up to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, and at the end of the day, when your time's up, let's just hope you were happy about your choices. You know what I mean? Look, shout out Charleston White. A lot of people don't know, man. I got a love and hate relationship for the guy. But without him, it would be no me. Charleston White taught a nigga everything he know, you know what I mean? But never fed me, you know what I mean? So a lot of people say, well, why you bite their hand and feed you? Nigga ain't never fed me nothing, you know what I mean? Nigga ain't never fed me nothing. Knowledge is free. And knowledge is on the nigga that's listening to capture it or not. You know what I mean? I just chose to capture it and use it to my advantage. So you see scores from the playground is on the rise. Look, shout out Charleston White. Shout out Wack 100. I like both of them. You know what I mean? I like both of them. Why? They both taught me a lot, trained me in the game. But if we're gonna be real, both of those guys are actors and have admitted to having ties to government entities, law enforcement. And for me, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'm legit. I've been legit for 20 years, nigga. You really see, I've been legit for 20 years, or at least trying to be. You know what I mean? Just be honest, let's just be real. Everybody make mistakes. But at least I've been on the path to trying to be legit for nearly 20 years, nigga. Yo, so all what they got going on, I keep it with the entertainment, fam. It's made to entertain you. Let it entertain you, but don't get emotional about these guys, because damn near you'll never touch him. You'll never touch him. They foot don't have to touch the same soil as yours. Nah, they just got to show their face and collect their chips. And they're going to live good while the next man is struggling to make it. You know, just be honest, let's just be real. It's just how it works. Drop it in the comments, nigga. Hype my shit up. Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, peace. Scars from the playground, fam. We going that way. I'm going to say that again. Scars from the playground. We going that way. You know what I mean? Real shit. We can't go no further this way. No. It's only up. It's only up from here. Promise. Tell you the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. You know what I mean? Real shit. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the jail, it gotta be about business.
Look, Suge Knight denies being confronted by Fabulous. He say Fabulous was a hell of a rapper, but never took him as a street guy, ever. You know what I mean? He say all that shit Fabulous is talking on, whoever said it, never happened. Let's get into the content, bro. But what really got me, you got to listen. He leaked a piece of information that ain't never been put in the universe about old Ray J, and Fabulous. Let's get into the content, fam.
He confronted you in the club. Is there any truth about that?
I ain't never had a run-in with Fabulous. Never in life. I done seen Fabulous a few times, right? I remember, well, I done seen Fabulous at the Staples Center. I done seen Fabulous a lot of times. And in reality, I always thought Fabulous was a great rapper. He had some good shit. And shit, that's it. He stayed in his lane and that was it. Only other time, it wasn't a run-in what I had with Fabulous. But according to Ray J, he said Fabulous got a little too close to him, like on some freaky shit. So he say he fired on Fabulous. They got into it at Floyd's party. I get a phone call and we all out there in Loserville, and he was like, "Hey, he just got into it with Fabulous, and he trying to get people." And so we ended up pushing up to the Palms, and made it happen what it happened. But me personally, none of my homies, we ain't never got into it with Fabulous, not one time. So whoever's saying some weirdo shit, instead of giving them a cigar, they should have access to somebody's zipper on their knees.
Me and the money team?
I think I had cracked a joke or something about Ray J being on Floyd's. You know what they have?
There's a piano. Yeah.
I play piano on that motherfucking piano every day.
Lil Wayne had like this lines, "Leave you dead in the living room." Lil Wayne. Yeah, but I switched it for Twitter.
You didn't like what he was saying on Twitter.
Ray J singing in the living room.
So if you think I just came over there and sang a song, you got me motherfucking twisted. I'm always over there.
Okay, so check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J right now. You know what I'm saying?
You remember this is a fight? This is a Floyd fight, right?
Yeah. He's the friend that's feeling it to the 10th degree.
And we got 7 Rolls Royces outside, and we just made 350 racks.
We decided to have a dinner, signal we're gonna go eat, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. We signaling our shit, Everybody come to the dinner. Like, dinner's on me, you know what I'm saying? I like to buy dinners.
Puff has the dinner. We at the dinner talking about me tweeting Ray J singing in the living room. Ray J walk in.
Shout out to my big bro Diddy, because he tried to really be like, look, they was just going in on you. And it was all fun and games.
Everybody, laughing from the night. Ray J cool at this point. He like, yo, Fab, you killed me last night. It was cool. Everything was cool. Puff fucking with him a little bit.
I'm full Dame Dash.
Puff laughing at him. Kevin Hart laughing at him.
Everybody. Shout out to Kevin Hart, because he a comedian. But Fab ain't no comedian.
Everybody having fun with it. Cool moment. It was a funny Twitter moment at that time. And Ray J leaves. We had a dinner, we laughed. Everything cool at the dinner. I don't know what happened. Ray J bumps into Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart calls me, says, yo, I just seen Ray J this nigga is bugging. He got a tight ass red hood on. Keep talking about he got indoor pools and outdoor pools.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
Nah.
And 6-7 Rolls Royces outside.
And we got 7 Rolls Royces outside.
Come with him. It's the money team. He's screaming all kind of shit.
He's on the phone that like niggas, and they gonna rape that nigga. Bring that nigga over and stick it in that nigga booth. With the money team right now. We all over here. I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside, and he tried to call the police.
I'm like, what are you talking about, Kev? He said, that's what I was asking Ray J. What are you talking about?
When you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside, I'm going to smack you up again, fool.
We had a show, me and Styles and Fab got a show at the Palms. Or
what are you talking about? Then I looked at him. He got the tight red hoodie on that Kevin Hart told me on the phone. He said, yo, he got a tight red hoodie on and flip-flops. I looked down, I seen the flip-flops. I looked up, he got the tight red hoodie on. So in my head, I said, oh shit, this is the shit Kevin Hart was talking about when he said he was bugging out here. I didn't even understand it. It don't make no sense what he's saying. So now I see, all right, this is the bugging Ray J right now that we talking to. He like, yo, Fab, you disrespecting Floyd, you disrespecting 50, you disrespecting the money team. And we not having that. I don't know what he's talking about. So I look at Floyd and 50 and they still trying to follow along. Everybody's trying to follow along with Ray going, but he's not making no sense. Me, Kevin Hart,
it's a coincidence.
Me, Kevin Hart,
I'm the only nigga that wasn't there.
Meek is there.
So Ray J came with me. Ray J was bugging. He got that same outfit, head to toe that he's saying, the red flip-flops, right? We need to make clear, I don't think we're breaking it down for all the boys and girls out there. If he had on the same clothes, that means he been up since then. So that means he's on a different stratosphere. We in Vegas. Now listen, that's fight. Let's just call it listen, he right. If you got on the same shit, because this wardrobe changes and you got on the same shit. Fab is also looking at him like the... Look, the shit he said from Kevin Hart, his outfit is clicking. After Fab's talking to Fifth and Floyd, and he acknowledged Ray J, and then he seen he was bugging, he's back talking to Fifth and Floyd. I ain't know Fifth was holding his hand. From what we looking at, it's Fab talking to Fifth. Ray J's trying to talk to Fab, but he ain't. He's ignoring him now because he's wired.
So when I seen him, I was with Floyd and 50.
So now he's going like this to Spitz. Hey,
and I even said, yo, Ray J, stop touching me.
Yeah.
Ray J, stop touching me.
Nah,
real shit.
Yeah, he said.
And he tried to say, don't touch me, and I touched that nigga.
He's tapping his chest.
This what clicked in my head. What clicked in my head while he's talking to me.
What's wrong with this nigga?
Ray J is pressing me right now.
What up, Ray J? What happened, man? What the hell went on?
I socked that nigga in the face, my nigga.
So you punched Fab in the face?
All I'm saying is, if you got Fab number, tell that nigga to send a picture of his face right now.
Like, I went back to the hood for a second. I said, oh, shit. Ray J is pressing me right now. And then he's tapping me in his mind.
He thought about it. He pushed him. Ray J went ballistic after that. He started calling out gang shit, all of that.
He's gonna apologize to me for being a broke-ass, bitch-ass nigga. I got 6 Rolls Royces outside. Fuck that whole team, nigga. I'ma smack the shit out that bitch-ass nigga. Now I smack the shit out that nigga.
You can't smack him over the phone.
Yeah, I'm with the money team. Shout out to Floyd 50. What up, y'all? And wherever we see Fab and his crew, we gonna smack them bitch-ass niggas. I was out.
Now, Ray J, so did Fab at all, his people, or did he hit you at all?
Nah, look, my team don't play.
Okay. What type of push was it? I need to know.
Let me tell you the actual push.
Okay.
The actual push, because he had on a hoodie. I pushed him, but I grabbed his hoodie too.
Push with the grab. If your hood got pulled over, you left that out when you told me what happened, nigga. Your hood got pulled over, nigga. Your nigga pulled the hood over your head with your team behind you?
Yeah. But I didn't swing on him. I ain't do nothing else to him. I just grabbed him and had him by his hood. Let him go. That's when he start doing the wild and shit. When I let him go, he start going.
My man,
You couldn't even get out the hoodie joint though.
Okay.
You can't get out of that. That's like a move. That's like a real, like somebody pull your hoodie like this, you can't do nothing. You trying to squirm around and get out of that. You can't get out of that.
Look, at this point, you've heard Suge speak on it, you've heard Ray J speak on it, and you've heard Fabulous speak on it. It's always two sides to a story, fam. But I'm starting to believe Fabulous. Yeah, I'm starting to believe Fabulous. Fabulous say he pulled that hood over him. Ray J didn't know what was going on. Look, Ray J all talk, all bark, no bite. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Bro didn't even want to get down with Orlando. Yeah, bro didn't even want to get down with Orlando Brown. He ain't really just trying to scratch like that, bro. And how can you do it when you lay way back full of that shit? You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't get on nobody that, bro. What get me is, you go so hard for Diddy, and just seeing these old clips of Diddy talking about Ray J, bro. Bro didn't even respect you like your team, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. Suge Knight, or I heard Fabulous tried to kiss him. Bro, who told you that, nigga? At this point, bro, all Suge information is tainted. Tainted. Why? If he doesn't have a story, he doesn't have a platform, and you forget about him because he's in prison and he's just an old guy. You know what I mean? Sometimes his stories hit, but when you talking, it's just full of shit, bro. You could have kept it. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. I like Suge Knight. If this was 9-5, I'd get my shit out to Suge. You know what I mean? For sure. But this ain't 9-5, bro. This is 2025, nigga. 30 years later, you know what I mean, man? Nigga ain't trying to hear that shit Suge talking about. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comment. He's lying. Ray J probably the one that tried to kiss Fabulous. They're never going to tell you the real story. They ain't going to make you wait on it. Just like you're waiting now to hear more and more and más and mucho más. Man, they're going to make you wait on that shit. You know what I mean? You may never hear the truth. Yeah, but it's how I'm leaning more toward Fabulous side. You know what I mean? Because come on, man. Come on. Ray J ain't fooling nobody. Even though when they say he had them people with him, yeah, definitely. Them Bloods, they was dumb enough to ride with him. You know what I mean? Why? He's paying, bro. Yeah, he's paying for protection. He's paying us to be here. You know what I mean? We can bang and not have a 9-to-5. All we got to do is bang and hang. Stay by Ray J. He's gonna pay the bills, brother. And it's smart. I know a lot of people say, bro, why would they let him be in the game? It's smart. You doesn't have he's paying more money for protection and never really gonna be in no shit because he just wanna look cool. He paying more money from protection than you making to go strap up them steel-toed boots. Nigga, it's a win-win for both parties. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comment, but where Suge Knight's lying. Yeah, he's lying. Because all he's going to do is embellish shit these days so he can potentially go viral. None of that shit going viral these days because at this point, a nigga just listening to Suge Knight because of notoriety. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the Playground. It's going to be a hell of a day today. Stay tuned because we got a nice rodeo plan for you today. Just being honest, just being real. Scores from the Playground. Drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and hype my shit up. The show is going up. Look, I've been off a community strike for what, 7 days? For 7 days, I've been off a strike. I'm back. Yeah, I am officially back. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Wherever you're from, drop that in the comments, nigga. Drop it in the comments. Rep your land, nigga. Rep your city. That's what these comments are for, man. Let it be known you are here. And I do respond to comments. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scores from the Playground. DJ Akademiks is waving a white flag. He say Jay-Z is trying to kill him. Yeah, he say he's trying to kill him. and he don't want no more trouble. Look, let's get into the content, fam.
Yo, Jay-Z, you got it, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, where the wife? Fuck,
can't go against a billionaire.
I need a white flag. Yo, Jay, you got it. Yo, Jay got like 3 cars in front of my house just like sitting there.
Nigga say you need a white flag.
I need a white flag. I'm done. Y'all got it, man.
Free the real, yeah.
You think we're gonna need
Yeah,
our
Lola,
ID?
they said a 5. You said what?
Look, it's easy to think DJ Akademiks is joking. It's easy to think he joshing with you, fam. But I want everybody to take Akademiks as an example, fam. If you don't want all the smoke, you have to know, fam, close your mouth. Loose lips sink ships. I want to say that again for the people that never heard that phrase put together like that. Loose lips sinks ships. You know what I mean? But you can't talk about a nigga and expect nothing to ever come back from it. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. The main say, and I don't know how he know that that's Rock Nation vans sitting in front of his house. But the main say 4 black vans have been following him everywhere. When he leave and go here, a van go this way, van go that way, always see a black van. 4 sitting outside of his house. The main say Jay-Z got far too much money to go to war with. He doesn't want any trouble. No trouble, no minds. Look, bro, you should have shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? See, your mouth is gonna write a check your ass can't cash. That's the thing about this podcast and the streaming, content creating. You have to understand, bro, everything has a reaction. You know what I mean? Everything has a reaction, bro. You're gonna get a reaction. It's not gonna always be the reaction that you want. So before you come out and bad talk Jay-Z, cause he like them young girls, you better know you can handle the smoke when it come your way. Now, shout out Sean Carter, Jigga, Jay-Z, that's still one of my favorite rappers. You gotta separate the music from the man. You got to. When it comes to art, Jay-Z is a motherfucker. Now, when it comes to them young girls, Jigga, I'm sorry, fam. As much as I like him, you know what I mean? I gotta be honest. That's about me, bro. Jay-Z is my GOAT. He's a GOAT for sure. But in the hip-hop world, he is definitely my GOAT. You know what I mean? One of my favorite rappers of all times, bro. But even with me knowing that, I can't say the man doesn't have a thing for them young women, bro. Aaliyah, nigga, you was still trying to get Aaliyah and you went on tour with R. Kelly. After you knew what kind of pervert, pedophile type motherfucker he is. And for all the people that still defending R. Kelly, bro, R. Kelly is a sex offender, a pedophile, one of the worst. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He touched his own kid. Not to mention he flew around the world with Aaliyah to marry her at 15 years old. You have to understand these things about people, bro, to understand what you're defending and what you're willing to put yourself on the line for. You know what I mean? Just be honest. Let's just be real. Kels did what he did. I'm not so in tune with R&B that I could separate that shit. You know what I mean? A man touched his own daughter, his own kid. You know what I mean? Ain't no excuses for it. As far as Jigga, everything is hypothetical. We don't know what's for sure. Until Jay-Z take that paternity test for that boy that looked just like him and Usher, we don't know if that's actually his kid. You know what I mean? Even if it was, I got to say, bro, Jay-Z is still one of my favorite rappers, bro. I'm just being honest, just being real. When it comes to the art, you have to look at it. And even though he's a biting motherfucker, you know what I mean? Everybody bite. Yeah, they all bite. You know, scars from the playground don't bite. Scars from the playground don't bite nobody ever. If you ever heard my music, bro, that's what put me in the marathon. Man, I'm changing the game musically, fam. It takes me a little longer to get from A to Z, but I'm gonna get there. I just understand that it's a marathon, fam. It ain't no sprint, you know what I mean? Now, if I was doing what everybody else was doing, nigga would have been on. But when you inventing a new idea to the game, to the system, bro, they don't want you to get in with that shit. Why? You change everything. Nigga, if you change everything and you take it all, what's left for the others? If you ask me, I say a lot, man. They literally burning money, you know what I mean? But these days, it ain't about money with people, bro. That's what you gotta understand. I want all the subscribers to understand this. It ain't about money with these people these days. They want to be the guy. They want to be the face. Even though they ain't the face, they ain't the guy, they ain't got that it factor, they still feel like they want to be it. That guy, the main one, the main attraction. And sometimes you got to fade to black. You know what I mean? You got to fade to the back, bro. You ain't supposed to be in the front. You ain't supposed to be in the lead main. That's why so many crews fail, bro, because everybody got that ego. That's like Rich Homie Quan say. Rich Gang were good until their egos got involved. Mainly his, fam. He didn't want Thugger to be the closing act and him be the opener. And it wasn't, he wasn't good with that. You know what I mean? Which a lot of people ain't. But what you got to understand is, fam, you got to start thinking about the team. It's all about the team. You're only as great as the team. You could make yourself great, but what really makes you great is when you can affect others around you and you make everybody great. One person driving a Mercedes-Benz, everybody else in Toyota Corollas. It don't make no sense, man. That's why I'm allergic to these niggas these days, bro. Just being honest, just being real, bro. Shout out to everybody that watch my streams. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's gonna be filled with a whole bunch of bullshit until I could finally get a topic that I could really show and tell a nigga my point. You know what I mean? My point of view. But look here, man. Shout out Jay. Jay, if that is you, leave that boy alone, man. That's a kid, nigga. Like, leave that boy alone. Niggas are gonna say what they want to. You know what I mean? But you can't be emotional. Emotional is how everybody get fucked in the game, bro. You made a mistake because you was being too emotional about something you shouldn't have, nigga. DJ Akademiks got power of the press, nigga. Yes, nigga could talk about whatever nigga want to talk about, especially if he ain't trying to really defame you. Even though I would say, you saying there's Rock Nation fans outside of your crib, that's damn near defaming, Jay. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Look, drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Community strike is up. That means you're going to see a lot more of me. Yeah, a lot more of me. Same OG, you know what I mean? Just on to some new shit, nigga. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe, and hype me up. If you made it to the end of this video, hype me up, fam. Yeah, it's a new thing YouTube, YT got going on, where you could press that hype me up button under the video. Hype up the video. That way we win and we continue to win. Well, we ain't never lost. You know what I mean? How you lose if you build something from the ground up? If you build it, they will come. And I'm going to say that again. If you build it, they will come. And that's exactly what I'm doing, man. Building it. And drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scores from the Playground. DJ Akademiks says Drake will never stop dissing Kendrick Lamar, ever. It's up forever. Let's get into the content, fam.
There's no more direct engaging. We ain't no more diss songs, it's over. So he's supposed to sneak diss him. That's what he always does. He's gotta do the Jay-Z approach.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, after this battle, it should be Drake's last. Like, why engage with rappers that in any of these situations, you have nothing to gain? Like, would you go on a business deal that you got nothing to gain?
Well, wait, yeah. Hold on. I feel when he beat Meek Mill, it raised him up a notch.
Look, Kendrick Lamar bet the hand that fed him. Yeah, he bet the hand that fed him. And it fucked him. You know what I mean? Why? Right now, momentarily, he's reaping the benefits of that Not Like Us. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It was a hell of a track. Hell of a track. But it embarrassed the shit out of the nigga that put you on a pedestal when you didn't have one. A lot of people like K-Dot's probably thinking like, well, K-Dot was already doing him before he met Drake. Not at that level. Drake took him on tour and introduced him to a whole new fan base. And they gravitated toward that shit and ate it up. Real shit. Yeah, it took his career to the next level. We could argue about it, but this ain't no argument. This is just the truth. That nigga bit their hand that fed him, and it's gonna forever fuck him. Why? Yeah, Drake should never mention his name again. Never. Doesn't have to. All he gotta do is keep throwing them shots, bro. What a lot of people don't understand is these diss songs are better when you don't put a name to it. Like Be Humble would have been a great Kendrick Lamar diss song, for example. Drake got some songs like that where he's speaking on some shit, but he's never touching on the name. Some of them songs be the biggest records. You ain't never got to point and aim to a nigga directly. Why? If it's up, it's up. And forever, that nigga gonna have to think, was he talking about me? Is that mine? You know what I mean? Real shit. If the shoe fits, wear it, nigga. Yeah, I don't think Drake will ever stop dissing Kendrick. I don't think they could ever be friends. I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. I don't think they are gonna ever. What they really need to do, what them just being me, being real, being honest, being real. Get in the ring. You could do it with gloves or without. Y'all done said so much about people. I think y'all should do it bare knuckle. Y'all need to get in that ring and really just scratch it out, duke it out. Nobody jump in, let them go. You let them go until they gas out, till they get tired of swinging, nigga. This is how they gotta operate. Why? Other than that, bro, this is shit, because it's gonna last forever anyway. But just maybe one of them get their ass whooped and just back out of it. It's just say, I don't want this no more. But all this old catty shit where y'all ain't gonna never see each other, but y'all just gonna keep beefing. Kendrick Lamar still performing diss tracks. Nigga done performed the track over 1,000 times. Even did it at the Super Bowl. Even won awards for the damn song. So no. It came way too far to go back. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I don't think it's gonna ever end. But look here, DJ Akademiks, you shut your mark ass up. You shut up. Because some things you shouldn't touch on. It should be on Drake. It don't matter what a nigga tell you on the phone or some shit like that, bro. It ain't on you to introduce the information on to the world. Nah, man, that's what people get it twisted. It's on you to shut the fuck up. You were trusted with valuable information, and what do? Wait till you get on a platform to let a nigga know. Yeah, Drake said this, Drake said that. Well, if Drake wanted the nigga know it, Drake would have said that. But yeah, we could have all said that. And like I said, all you gotta do is analyze the situation. Would you fucking quit? It's up into some blood is shed. I'm just being honest, just being real. Shout out Kendrick Lamar, because I like him. I just don't like this new shit, bro. Yeah, I don't like this new shit. I'm gonna go listen to that, what that, hum diddy bop bop. Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to that hum diddy bop bop. Drake, you're the ruler. I'm gonna listen to that type of shit if I wanna hear that style. Drake took that main shit when that main said, Kendrick Lamar took that main shit. When that main said, somebody from LA is gonna take my wave and I'm not gonna be involved with all the niggas I put on. He took that shit, you know what I mean? It's just, for me, it's like how LA like LA shit, Atlanta like Atlanta shit, Houston like Houston shit. That's some regional ass shit, you know, that's some regional ass shit, fly by night ass music. Get back to the real tunes, fam. Get back to the real tunes, fam. I'm gonna say that one more time. This is for K-Dot. Get back to the real tunes, fam. Because for all the K-Bots that think K-Dot won that battle, he didn't. Wasn't no losers, but definitely wasn't no winners. You know what I mean? Really, you ask me, I think Drake won. Why? He's still the most relevant out of the two. Yeah, all it did was it restarted Kendrick Lamar's career since he had been on hiatus for all them years. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Without dissing Drake, that Drake starter package, you either gonna diss him or you gonna work with him. Without dissing Drake, his career wouldn't have as many ups as it has right now. Let's just be honest. Drop it in the comment. He needed Drake. Drake didn't need him. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's how you know who won and who lost. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace. Hype my shit up too. Hype my shit up too. Hype my shit up too. And follow me on all other platforms. Scores from the Playground. Formerly known as Chris Magic. Drop it in the comments, man.
Man, where is Drake at with Control?
I'm probably like as done as like the rest of the world is with that record. Like I think it came and it went, you know what I mean? And not to discredit it, like it was a good moment, but at the end of the day, it's just like, it was like one of those sort of like fleeting like Twitter frenzies that like, it was cool for what it was, you know, and I'm just into making like, my thing is like, I like lasting power, you know, that's my thing. I want you to still be listening to this album in the summer or, you know, next year. I want this to stay in your car, stay on your mind. It's like not even about the music, you know what I mean? It wasn't even about like the content of it. It just seemed to be about like, you know, all the and all the talking at the time, and now everybody's like over it. Nobody plays it. It's just like whatever.
But I think that's because it wasn't a single, and it did what it was meant to. It had people listening to lyrics and excited about hip hop.
And you and Kendrick are good as far as like the albums and doing records with each other. Did that kind of, when you heard your name, did you feel like, man, like that was kind of disrespectful? Or did you feel like, you know, our names were just kind of thrown in there and it was?
I feel like he made a decision, you know what I'm saying? And it was a decision to make. You know, he was like, man, I'm either going to go for this moment because I know it's going to be a big moment, or I'm going to like take heed to the fact that I have real relationships and I'm going to like not do that. Cause like, you know, I'll be real, like I've thought of doing that before. You know, I thought like, man, it would be crazy if I just went off on everybody, but it's just kind of like, where does it really get me? Then what? Then every time I rap, people are going to expect me to be confrontational, and when I'm not, then it's not entertaining. You know what I mean? It's like, it kind of puts you in a box a bit. So
I don't think that put Kendrick in a box.
I don't know if I necessarily respect it. You know, we all make decisions. I'm sure he'll be good. He's talented as you know what I'm saying? He's going to have another album and another opportunity to take the world by storm. So he'll be all right, you know what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't feature, you know, any of the names that he mentioned, which it probably won't, to be honest with you. I don't know who's going to go back from that and be like, yeah, let's link up and nah, you know what I'm saying? But he'll be all right. You know, he's a talented dude.
Does it make you like not want to collab with him?
Yeah, I'm good right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just about this album and me, and you know, I don't know necessarily if I feel like 100% like I'm not like, man, send me some, let's work. Like, nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really just focused on me and OVO and my side of things. You know, I'm not really like into doing like a record with him. No.
So you and Kendrick, you will sleep tonight. Not
yeah.
together.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
Sleep good every night.
That's what I say. I'll
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scores from the Playground. 607 says Pooh Shiesty snitched. He said he cooperated with law enforcement for a reduced sentence, and he has the paperwork to prove it. Let's get into the content, fam.
Yeah, that's all mama. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm in my snitch nicely, man. That's what I'm mama, yeah. Just that snitch so nicely, man. That's what mama. Listen, that's what mama. Listen, just rap that shit where we expose the industry and its tricks. I swear to God, mama, stop playing with me. Check it out. It's the biggest trick, right? Y'all know when Thug came home, right? He was snitching. Y'all found out he was snitching, right? But y'all don't know what I just found out, gang. And listen, when you find out, you gotta have the paperwork. Go have a paperwork party. Hey, go have a paperwork party. Hey, listen, a snitch for 6 months off the sentence. Stop playing on me. Snitch for 6 months off? Stop playing on me. Listen, there's a lot of shit going on I don't think y'all don't know about. So let's talk about everything y'all don't know about, right? We're gonna start with Mr. Pooh Shiesty, right? First of all, with a name like Pooh, you know you wanna be somebody Pooh, and there's some too. Right? I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about that too, because that is to be rumored, that is to be allegedly, but that is to be true. I was like, oh, mama, how is allegedly and it's true? Like this, right? Listen, if you go to the feds, right? Listen, if you're watching this, I know you probably never been to the feds, right? But if you ever happen to go to the feds, you gotta get in the car. Me, I've been to the feds, right? I'm from St. Louis, so my car was 044. But if I wanted to be a Crip, then I gotta get in the Crip car, right? But either way, when you go to the feds, as in the feds, you gotta get in the car. There's no neutron, right? Even if you're not in the car, you're like a religious gang, right? So you're gonna be with the Muslims, you're gonna be with the church, you know, and y'all know what happened in the church. What happened in the church stays in the church. But I swear to God, mama, it make your booty hurt. Listen, I was here to talk about church, here to talk about Pooh Shiesty and the Shiesty she did to get out of jail to get 6 months off the sentence, right? Now check it out, right? Pooh Shiesty go to jail, right? Now first, when he go to jail, the first thing that happened now, he didn't really want to snitch, right? But he got pressed in jail. I swear to God, mom, yeah, he got pressed in jail by the GDs on GD. I swear to God, mom. Listen, so the GDs pressed him in jail, right? And when they pressed him, they're like, look, what's up with that song you did with Dirk? Because they was really talking about the song he did with Dirk. You know, Dirk said, you know what I'm saying, what you smoking on? I bet you high as, you know, he said that, right? He put Duck name in it. But it's kind of crazy now because, like, he did that, and now OTF members taking up for Duck. I don't know. We got to talk to Chicago about that. But evidently Chicago pushing peace, but there's no way to push peace. And somebody tell J-Main that. You can't start there. You got to start before that. Right? But let's start before that. Let's start before Pooh Shiesty came home. How did Pooh Shiesty come home? Okay, cool. So it was rumored that Pooh Shiesty snitched, but you can't say he snitched without the paperwork. And I tell you, I gotta have the paperwork, right? And listen, to get the paperwork, you gotta get it from the police, right? Listen, stop playing on me. And listen. That's where I got it from. That's where I got it from, right there. Look. Can they see that? Can they see that? Can they see that? What does that say? Can they see what that say? Listen, hold up, let's go right here. I'm gonna show y'all this because y'all gotta see this. This paperwork. Let's try another camera. That camera ain't working. Let's try this camera here. All right, paperwork. Oh, they can see this paperwork. Hold on. Why can't they see it? Can you put it in the video so they can see it in the video? Can you put it in this video? It looks like it's blank. Like the Pooh Shiesty has some shit going on. I can't even see his paper. Hold on. If I go back, you can see it. Hold up. You got like this, the light. Damn. Listen. I swear on mama. Oh, there you go. That's coming in. Listen, it's paperwork. That's coming in there. It's paperwork. I swear God on mama. Stop playing with me. Hold on. It's paperwork. I swear on mama. Signatures on it. Look. Signatures on it. Names on it. That's what I'm on. Stop playing on me. Listen. So we got paperwork, right? In this paperwork, Pooh Shiesty talked to the authorities, right? And listen, and all these street niggas like, you can't talk to the authorities, but I guess they ain't know him because he had this Snitch Nicely mask on, right? I guess if you got the Snitch Nicely mask on, it don't matter if you snitch. But listen, everybody is a snitch. That's the industry biggest trick, right? Because they don't own themselves. Listen, he snitched and came home to $1 million, right? But look, what's going on? Why did he snitch? Because he was getting pressed in jail. He was getting pressed in jail by shit he did with Dirt, right? And listen, you don't even know Dirt. Here's the thing, right? You ain't even in the gang, right? Come to find out, he go to jail, he can't be in the gang, and reason why you gotta be because he went and got in the down south car. Listen, and everybody know down south car, they be they do it good. Listen, everybody knows in the penitentiary gang, you've been in the feds, you know about the down south car, then you also know about the DC boys, right? Shout out to the DC boys on GD. Listen, DC niggas will stab you, gang, in the ass and in the neck. That's what everybody know this, gang. But listen, it's like this, right? If you in the industry, you gotta know already they got your voice. I tell you this all the time, but I don't think y'all get it, right? Your famous, biggest rapper, Snitch, right? He a snitch, right? Well, I'm tell you why. They want to get back to that lifestyle, right? Because a lot of times they went to jail rich, but they started off broke. And they do anything to feel rich again, right? So they gonna snitch, they gonna tell, they gonna squeal. They gonna do everything that Pooh Shiesty did, gang. Listen, and it's kind of crazy, right? Because I ain't want to believe it, right? Because I seen the paperwork, because I got the paperwork. Listen, even when Wack 100 called me, I'm like, cuz, I know for a fact Pooh Shiesty ain't snitch, gang. I know, not Pooh Shiesty, he ain't snitch. He ain't snitch and he getting hit. You telling me Pooh Shiesty snitched, they ain't getting hit. Pooh Shiesty, you snitching, they ain't getting hit. Come on, gang. Snitching? Getting hit too? Come on, gang. You better be doing the hitting. Listen, you better be doing the hitting, gang. You snitch. My God. Oh my God. Listen, but everybody knows this the famous Snitch Nicely mask now, right? You put this on when you want to snitch nicely. I wonder if Thug had one of these on, right? But listen, he came home, and when he came home, he went straight down there with Big 30, gang. And they faked like Big 30 gave him $1 million, knowing it's the same $1 million that Gucci just had on the story. Talking about he had for an artist, but he just let his artist go because he was broke and all he had left was that $1 million. You gonna bet it all on Shiesty. Why not bet it all on the Snitch? Why not? Why not? Why not? But it's like this for me. Do y'all think Pooh Shiesty gonna be able to last now that the streets know he a snitch? I mean, Thug did, but...
Look, I don't know if the paperwork is actually even real, fam. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. It's all blurry. The man could have printed that up and made all that up. But a lot of people saying Pooh Shiesty snitched. Wack 100 is among those people. I'm starting to think if he did cooperate, it's because they was already cooperating against him. But it came to my attention that Crunchy Black publicly snitched on Pooh Shiesty. Let's get into the content, fam.
Shiesty, look at this nigga. He just got in the game. He already jumping out the car, robbing the nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
Yeah, whatever. But that was that nigga. We saw that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Legend my ass. But Pooh Shiesty, that's my young nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he did it. It was him, you know. Hey. I ain't gonna act like that wasn't him. Y'all can act like that, but that was Pooh Shiesty. You know, they can't lock him up because I said it was him. I could be still lying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Look, I'm flabbergasted by this shit. I'm gonna just be honest with you, fam. I'm flabbergasted by it. Why? Just seeing Crunchy Black mention that main name like that, out of line, out of pocket, fam. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. I never thought nobody from the 3-6 Mafia would be talking like this, man. I'm just surprised I could even understand what Crunchy Black was even saying, because most of the time his teeth always falling out his mouth. Nigga, when you got an old school nigga like this that's spilling the business, spewing information, tap him on the shoulder and tell him to pull himself together, fam. Tell him to pull himself together. If Pooh Shiesty snitched, in fact, if he cooperated with law enforcement, with government entities, it's no paperwork. I don't know. 607 claims to have paperwork, but it's not gonna always be paperwork. All you gotta do is point them in the right direction. That's all we need. That's all we need. Verbal confirmation is what they call it. Let's just be honest. A lot of people, where your paperwork? It doesn't have to be fucking paperwork. But if he cooperated, it's because somebody cooperated against him. They was already ratting. Take Crunchy Black as an example, fam. Your information that could potentially get you arrested, could end your career, your life as you know it, is being entrusted with people that got loose lips. Loose lips sink ships. All somebody had to do was get a hold of that Crunchy Black interview and listen to how he talking about Pooh Shiesty, and he would have had all the government eyes on him. That's what you don't understand, fam. Before you come to the internet as a rapper, a personality, a content creator, an entertainer in any form, make sure you got your shit in order. It's already background checks and shit being ran on you, fam. So they snitching on you, but you're damn near snitching on yourself, bro. You're giving them everything they need to lock your motherfucking ass up and throw away the key. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Crunchy Black, you need your hair whooped. Yeah, you need your hair whooped, fam. Why you don't go and talk like that, bro? Whether or not you're supposed to be from the streets or not, that doesn't matter. Nigga, you're part of the system. You're part of the game now. Once you get into the game, whether it's from the streets or the suburbs, you have a moral obligation to shut the fuck up. When you don't do that, you're in violation. And you need your ass whooped. You know, it's not funny. I'm just being honest, just being real. 607, huh? This man is hilarious, but I'm starting to think he has some government ties too. Why? You gotta know behind the scenes, these people work and develop with all type of people. They're not who they think they are, like you think they are. 607, I'm not no gangster. He may have came from this background and that background. That doesn't matter in 2025. The man has information. Anybody that's playing with that paperwork, don't trust him. Don't trust him. Man, come on, man. I'm a smart-ass nigga, fool. Smart-ass nigga. I'm pretty sure I can pull documents on anybody, but why would you use your time to be tapping into those resources, fam? Yeah, you doing some coppish things. All you gotta do is do coppish things, you know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't mean you're on official payroll, but you're fucking with them people. You know what I mean? Real shit, close enough. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out 607 number, but I don't know if I believe this here. Yeah, I don't know if I believe it. But Pooh Shiesty, sorry, bruh. I don't know you from a can of paint, nigga. It's gonna take it, I gotta take it from the horse's mouth. You're gonna have to come out and talk about this. Everybody can't take up for you. You got to learn to take up for yourself, nigga. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Hype my shit the fuck up. Yeah, real shit. You got to do that. You got to do that. Before you leave today, hype me up. Like, share, subscribe. And remember, I love you. Yeah, real shit. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the jail, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scars from the Playground. Charleston White says he found a new way to cheat on his wife. Look, this is my problem with this guy. This is my problem, fam. Cause you're supposed to be leading the youth, but you're not, bro. You putting out information. It's just so disgusting. It's just so disgusting. Women out there, this is for my women subscribers. If you are a woman and you call yourself having a man, you know what I mean? Don't allow this man to cheat on you. It doesn't show that you're worth anything. You're worth way more than that. You got to know your parents raised you better and expected way more from you than to allow a man to treat you any kind of way. When I hear Charleston White talking like this, bruh, I just wanna, like that woman wanted to spit on Trick Daddy when she was brushing her teeth. I spit on you. I just wanna spit in that nigga face, you know what I mean? Real shit. I am raising daughters, fam. Let's start there. I am raising daughters. So when this man start talking so ignorant, and I hear old Betty in the background talking as ignorant as she want with him, just disgusts me. I'm just being honest, just being real. Let's get into the content. Let's hear what he's talking about. How do you cheat on your wife, Charleston White? What do you do now? What's your new way, nigga? Let's get into the content, fam.
Can't bring them hoes to this house.
Tell them this is where I know where you be.
This is where she know where I be. So what I did, now I went and got me and Dewberry in them a spot where we can, nigga you don't want the whole, your husband fucking me. Bitch, yeah, that's the playhouse, you hear? So this is what rich niggas get. When a nigga get money, rich nigga get, now, nigga with one job better not go get no motherfucking playhouse. So she put the Lord on me. And before you know it, I'm running back home, getting up under her, telling my baby, I'm sick. Yeah. And so she get all the cold medicine, the electrolytes, and doctor me back up. Do you care if she cheated on you? No, because I ain't gonna never know. Yeah, I got the kind of woman go make sure she getting that pussy away. I ain't gonna never know. And I am the kind of nigga, I ain't gonna be snooping to look. Because I know what I done. When you, see, that's the difference. See, that's how relationship lasts 40, 50 years. Number one, you have to know who you marry. You have to know who you marry so it ain't no surprise when this person end up being the kind of person you didn't know. She know what kind of nigga she married, and I know what kind of woman I married. My wife don't drink or smoke, so she got you whole beat. My wife ain't never drink or smoke. My wife don't know what it feel like to be drunk because of her profession and what she do for a living. My wife holds all type of licenses and government licenses and had, so she can't. So no. Don't worry about what I put on my dick. It's motherfuckers in this comment section trying to tell me what to do with my dick, baby. Yeah. So no. See, my wife don't. Not only do my wife don't drink or smoke, my wife ain't never been inside of a strip club. She asked me one time, baby, will you take me to a strip club? I said no, because why would I want to put those spirits on my wife? Most hoes in a strip club been raped, molested, fucked over, done this, abused. No. So why would I want my wife to enter into that demonic world and she ain't never been? So no, baby, I'm not taking you. You don't need to see what's inside there.
Look, I told people way back when, anybody that's taking relationship advice from a Charleston white, you're pathetic. Not only are you pathetic, but your relationship is on the ruins. You know, I ain't really see your relationship ain't worth the motherfucking team. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. If you can't be 100 with the person you lay down with every day, you know what I mean? And 100 ain't telling them. And 100, a lot of people think 100 is telling somebody the truth. You're fucking up in the street and telling your wife the truth. Yeah, I kept it 100. No. 100 is about being a man or a real woman to your partner, your significant other. That's keeping it 100. 100 ain't kill. Oh, I cheated, but at least I was honest about it. No, bro. You got to learn to be real with the one you lay your head with. You can't trust nobody else quite like you could trust the woman or the man that you lay down with every night. So why would you fuck that relationship off by doing stupid shit and keeping it 50 when you're supposed to be keeping it 100? Listen, don't cheat on your wife. You know? Now, if y'all got some polyamorous shit going on and y'all like to play together, that's different. You know what I mean? That's way different because both parties is agreeing to this. But you just going out there, I got me a play highs. Charleston, why you lame, nigga? You very lame, bro. You are lame. And once that woman get it in her head that she don't need your motherfucking ass no mas, because it's not just about financial. Oh, she got money. She do this, she do that. Nigga don't know what Miss Betty do. Nigga just know Miss Betty is highly fucking stupid. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The nigga, the way Charleston White talk about everybody else, I'm sure people don't find this surprising that I'm speaking on him, fam. The man is a piece of shit. After me hearing what I heard this man talk about for the last few minutes, it confirmed it, bro. If the Charlie Kirk and all the other shit didn't confirm it, Charleston White is a piece of shit. And I want to let everybody know it wasn't about, what he said about Charlie Kirk is what he said about Charlie Kirk's kids. They are children. Black, white, or orange. I'm against that, fam. When you show that you got them demonic ways within you, you know what I mean? I'm against that. I'm ready to cross your eye. You know, just being honest, I ain't trying to kill him. I want to let everybody know that ain't me trying to kill him. But that's me telling you, I've been finished with that man for a minute. But love-hate relationship in the same breath. Might catch something where, might catch a little segment where the nigga might really teach a nigga something. But if the lessons got to come like that, man, I don't want him. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. If the lessons got to come like that, I don't want him. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Hype my shit up. Don't leave here without hyping my shit the fuck up. Please. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, please.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scars from the Playground. OG Percy, show no mercy, say he was the pod boss in the Ferguson unit in Huntsville, Texas. Let's get into the content, fam.
Every line gonna have a 50 on it.
And I don't know how many lines. I hope I ain't got a 50-line sheet of paper today. I gotta get the little thick blue lines. But I run through me a sheet of paper and I say, I'm getting my paper. That was my motivation. I had to stay in the position I was. I like to fight. In prison, I was an enforcer. In prison, I enforced it. I did my time off of fighting, looking for the action. Not trying to be the man. I didn't know how to pass my time. That's one thing about prison. Whatever you come in here being, you better be there. Don't come in here looking like you tough and you ain't. Now they're tough. You just looking tough. I found out one thing about Ferguson. I went to the bottom of the borough penitentiary. It was the most, because you know when you say, you know how they say something, Sean, they say, man, they let that go. They say, man, let something go. I mean, you let something go, that means it's out of control. You ain't got no control, man. Shit, I don't work there, hell no, I don't work over there. They let that motherfucker go, that went down. That means the inmates run this, the officers don't. That's the most scariest place to go, where the inmates run something and the officers don't. I went there. They'll tell you over the system of TDC, oh, you want to be bad? Oh, you think you tough? Send them to Ferguson. That's what they'll tell them. Send them to Ferguson. They got all these other units, Green, Estelle, Huntsville, Pac 1, Pac 2, Clemens, Cleveland, all these other prisons around here. But if you end up on Ferguson, you only here for one reason, because it's called the STG unit, Security Threat Group. That's what it's called. It's called the STG unit, Security Threat Group unit. This is where the security's in trouble. These niggas are threatening. There's a group of them. As an employee over there. It's a sign over the door. It says no employees beyond this point. I said, why would they put that there? They said, just in case somebody y'all kidnap and try to take them out that door, they're not gonna open the door for them. You know, that don't mean nobody beyond this point. This is for we can let y'all go. If something ever happened to you in here. You know, I used to tell you, I had got to the point, I told my partner when I first got to Ferguson, they spooked me. They scared me as soon as I got 2 guys ran right up on me like I was food. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about that portion.
Prisoners or security?
No, with security run up on you, you can smoke them, but you better have it on your mind. When I first got off the bus, I heard about Ferguson for years. It was like one of the most dangerous places you ever want to go, with the toughest you can get. It's the biggest college in prison that you go. No, I went to college, right? No.
You went to college?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Penn State.
You went to Penn State?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I said, yeah. He said, well, we doing a whole lot of fighting over here. I said, shit, that's what's up. That's what's up. He said, yeah, that's what's up. And he walked off. I said, I felt like I just lost.
Oh, so you felt disrespected?
I feel like I just lost. That's the first time it ran up on me, and I felt like I was ready for prison. Did this little shit that I thought was tough. Nigga, you ain't tough. Nigga just ran up on you, nigga. And tell me, yeah, you just got here, yeah, nigga, we doing a whole lot of fighting over here. Yeah, he let me know, get ready. And I told him, that's what's up, nigga. And it's the way he looked at me in the hard stare, and I didn't break. But my heart did. Don't do me like that, Sean.
No, that's real.
Yeah. But my heart did, you know, on the inside. One thing you can't never show is your pain. And one thing you better not show. Oh, nigga, you scared. Oh, you scared. I'm gonna see you later. I liked it. You know why I like it? Because the way it made me feel, I know how it feel when a nigga run up on you like that. I can't never feel like that again. So I said to myself, from this day forward, I'm gonna do all the running up. I gotta start moving like the system is moving. So as soon as I got my red bag and they sent me to my block, the man said, go put yourself in the cell and come back down. I went in and I just threw my shit on the bed. Because I feel like I gotta get something back that I just lost, and I ain't even been here a whole hour. I gotta get that back. If I don't get that back, I done lost already. So what I gotta do, I went and I threw my shit on the bed and I went straight to the day room on Ferguson unit. The first thing I ran to was rolling 60. Jonathan right there in the hallway, 6'0" nigga. And I checked and I ran. I said, where the crib niggas at? Yeah. He said, oh, they in. He said, what's up? He said, I'm 6'0", nigga, Reggie. Shout out to Reggie. We flipped you before the year was over anyway. He was OG, 6'0" Reggie. He said, I'm a Crip. I said, what's up then, nigga? I said, I'm gonna get my check out the way right now. I ain't give a how big they was, no nothing. I'm ready to squabble. I'm spooked from the hallway. I gotta get my shit back. If I don't do that to get back, I'm gonna feel like these niggas took something from me, only that I know, and they spooked me. I can't go around here spooked. So I'm gonna fight somebody right now. Just to show these I'm here, I don't give a damn if I get my ass put. My thing is to get out there and show them that you finna get out there. I got it with anybody, but the way you niggas, I don't know what happened to the little like me? Well, the little bitch, I thought all the bitches, ain't no. It's hard to choose a fight when everybody here got their weight up. You hear me? But that's your problem, person. You don't choose your fight, anybody. That's how you do your time here. Ain't no size, ain't no weigh in here. Ain't no way, ain't no gonna get on the scale, see what the same. Now ain't this penitentiary, you don't weigh in over here. Whatever you run into, that's what you run into. Yeah, so my thing was to run into Reggie. Reggie, I said, what's up with you then, nigga? He said, I'm sick, so I said, I'm looking for that chick. He said, what's a lot of them? I said, what's up with you then, nigga? Yeah. He said, oh man, he said, where you from, man? I said, Fort Worth. Oh man, chill out. They don't do that over here. They don't do what over here? 2 in the hallway. Oh, you were down there about medium custody. They gonna do that. Them animals down there. He said, well, we laid back over. I ain't laid back. Where the check is? I ain't buying. He said, well, you got a lot of some of your forward. He let me in the day room, make a long story short. Shout out to Neighboy, Pollywood Neighboy, a stormed down nigga out of Fort Worth, Texas. He stormed down. He had been down there about like 15 years. I didn't get checked that day. I was in the gym the next day, been there one day. I'm over there shadow boxing. One thing about prison, the first thing you niggas better learn, all that old trying to show that you got something in the corner and all showing what you got, that's gonna get you beat up. That's asking for a fight. You would think to see you doing karate moves and judo and leave you alone. Well, down there you asking for trouble. That means you know something and want to see what you know. Yeah, don't be doing this shit if you can't do that shit. You hear me? A lot of them do that. A lot of them like to shadow about the line. I'm being as honest as I can. Percy had been to Lindsay unit. I was 52-0. I was 52-0 when I left her. I like to fight. So I left that unit. I was 52-0. Just combat going on. I got to Ferguson. I found out that that little shit that I knew. It's sad to find out. It's too, how can I put it? It was too late to find out I didn't have shit. How did I know I didn't have shit? Because I'm looking around and niggas doing shit that I don't even want. Damn, that nigga cold. Damn, damn. It's one thing about Ferguson, I had my shit jam-packed. My game is the ground and pound game. I know how to get them, I know how to grapple, get them down, and pound them out. Feed them elbows and hands. That's what I like to feed them. I like to bust them across the head with that elbow. That's my hardest knuckle I got on my body, is the corner of my elbow. Bust their head open, but they took my shit and threw it out the trash. They said, look at our school, what you over there doing? I said, I'm over there about. He said, that shit ain't gonna work over here, nigga. This guy, who the nigga talking to? You, that little shit you doing in that corner, that shit you doing, that shit ain't gonna work over. I said, well, show me then. I'm getting tired of it. I've been here 2 days now. Somebody gonna have to show me something. You know, that nigga said, all right, come on. Damn, I was just bullshitting on the cool. I was just now, once you say that over there, they mean that. This ain't the county jail. Don't come here playing you in the penitentiary, ho. Everything you say can and will be used against you in this motherfucker. You hear me? Everything. You say come on, you better come on, because if he don't come on now, both of y'all gonna get into it. One thing I learned about Ferguson, when you get over there, you start fighting, you ain't gonna finish fighting. I got over, shout out to Nate Boy. I got in the corner with Nate Boy. Yeah. Thank you, God. I came out lucky. I smoked Nate Boy game with the little. I ended up getting me one. Opened my eyes and, I got him. I got him. See, by the time I opened my eyes, I had won the fight. That let me know, Percy, shit, quit trying to be a showboat and quit trying, because these niggas will call you bluff. Nigga, if you goddamn me fishing, nigga, they feed. That mean.
Look, shout out OG Percy, show no mercy. I like him, you know what I mean? I like him, so I really hate to have to turn this around and make it something it didn't have to be. You know, let's just be honest, let's just be real, bro. I like him because he's entertaining. He entertains me. For the last 2-3 years, he's been entertaining me, but you got to know it's only entertainment, man. He told some truths and he told some lies. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Now the lies was him taking over he's the enforcer of the Ferguson unit. This is the toughest unit in Texas and all. That's your lies. Your truth is, them niggas pulled your whole card the first day you was in that penitentiary. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. You was the enforcer of who? The Crips? Bro, you are 5'3", hung like a motherfucking flea. You wasn't an enforcer of shit, fam. And if the stories are true, bro, OG Percy, show no mercy. This ain't the car yacht, but them niggas say you got put down by some 17-year-olds. Say you got put down by some YNs when you was like 39 years old. When did you even get into the game? See, if you want to talk and you want to answer questions, you got to make sure you answering the right questions. Nigga, what years were you in the Ferguson unit? I had an uncle there, Slee Moochie, Lily, my brother, Reg Rue, brothers, cousins, friends, and so many people, and nobody ever told me, oh, this nigga OG Percy, he's a legend in the penitentiary system. You know what I mean? Just be honest, 52-0. How are you 52-0? You must have been fighting weenies, fam, pussies. What unit were you in? Were you in the HIV unit and beating up AIDS patient? Who were you beating up in that bitch? You know what I mean? Everybody else wanted to go home, fam. So some of that shit you was doing, yeah, they probably let you go. Let this nigga think he crazy, let him act crazy. Everybody know how it is, bro. You got that one nigga where you just let act crazy, but everybody know if he pop off, he ain't really knocking down shit. Let's just be honest, this ain't to throw shots at OG Mercy. OG Percy, throw no mercy, but he told some truths, and he did tell some lies. Look, just shout out to DFW area. I know a lot of people think I'm just going by statistics, but they say Fort Worth is like the 3rd safest city in the United States, fam. Your statistics don't lie. You know, real shit. They ain't lying about Beaumont. They ain't lying about Big Money, Texas, is they? Why would they just be lying on y'all? Everybody want to on for murder words. And shout out to everybody there. But it's just a place like every other. And if the statistics are right, I choose to follow the statistics. It says the 3rd safest city in the United States, man. Stop talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Real shit. The city you in doesn't make the man you are. I want everybody to know that. It doesn't, that's just about geographical location. It doesn't matter what the fuck you was raised. That don't matter how tough you are, bro. It's in the ticker. It's in here. It don't, Fort Worth, Houston, LA, I've been everywhere, bro. That's what niggas don't understand about me. I've literally touched foot on soil a lot of places, bro. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't no different. If you really cut from this utter cloth of cloth, it's gonna show. Yeah, if you really ain't no hoe, you could survive among men anywhere you go. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.